Assalamu alaikum my dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School. This is Mohammed Imdadul Haq, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National Ideal English Version School, Dashan. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a math class of class 8. Our today's topic is chapter 9, Theorem of Pythagoras. Okay dear students, so in our today's class we will learn the Theorem of Pythagoras. This is a new topic and new chapter for you, and at first you have to know what is Theorem of Pythagoras and who is Pythagoras. Dear students, in 6th century BC, means before Christ, Greek philosopher Pythagoras discovered a special property of right angled triangle. This property of right angled triangle is known as Pythagorean property. Pythagorean property. And his property is, in a right angle triangle, the square on hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. It means that this statement is the Theorem of Pythagoras, that is written in your book as Theorem of Pythagoras. So at first we will state the Theorem of Pythagoras. So we can write Theorem of Pythagoras here. Statement, Theorem of Pythagoras. Theorem of Pythagoras in a right angle triangle the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. This statement is known as Theorem of Pythagoras. Dear students, in this statement at first it is written in a right angled triangle. So at first we have to know a right angled triangle. Dear students, I think all of you know the right angled triangle. See, a triangle whose one angle is right angle is known as a right angle triangle. This is a special triangle. It has three sides. The side opposite to the right angle is known as hypotenuse. And these two sides are other sides. This is known as adjacent side. If we consider an angle here, so this is adjacent side and this side is known as opposite side. We can say this is as base also, and this is as height. This side is also known as height or perpendicular. Okay dear students, so what is the Theorem of Pythagoras? The Theorem of Pythagoras means if we draw a square on this hypotenuse, if we draw a square, the area of the square will be equal to the sum of the area of the squares drawn on other two sides. So sum of these two area will be equal to the area of the squares drawn on hypotenuse. Okay dear students, this is the Theorem of Pythagoras. Now I'll show you how can we prove. Dear students, we can prove this theorem in many ways. In your book, there are 3 ways given. I'll show you the first one. Okay, dear students? So, see how can we prove this theorem. So, we can write here at first special nomination or particular enunciation. Special nomination or particular enunciation or proposition. We can write here proposition. Special nomination or particular enunciation or proposition. In this case, at first I will draw the right angle triangle here. So, consider ABC is a right angle triangle. A, B, C is a right angle triangle. Whose AC is the hypotenuse, AB and BC are two other sides, and B is the right angle. B is the right angle. As B is the right angle, so AC is the hypotenuse. Okay, dear students, so we can write here. Now let in the triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 1 right angle or 90 degree, we can write here. Angle B equal to 1 right angle or 90 degree. The hypotenuse AC, here is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse AC is equal to, we are considering AC is equal to B. AC is equal to B. Other two sides are AB and BC. We can consider AB. Suppose AB is equal to C. AB is equal to C and BC is equal to A. BC is equal to A. We can consider this. Now, what do we need to prove? We need to prove the theorem of Pythagoras. So, we can write here, it is required to prove that, the area of the square drawn on hypotenuse, that is AC square, is equal to the sum of the area of the square drawn on other two sides. Here other two sides are AB and BC. So, this will be AB square plus BC square. We need to prove this. That is, as we have considered here, AC is equal to B, so we need to prove B square is equal to, we have considered BC is equal to C square plus, and AB equal to C we have considered, and BC is equal to A, it means A square. It means that we need to prove that B square equal to C square plus A square. Okay, dear students, now I will go to the next step. Next step is construction. What is the construction here? For the proof, we need to draw something here in the figure. Extend BC up to D. At first, extend BC up to D such that CD is equal to AB is equal to C. So, we can write here at first extend BC up to D such that CD is equal to AB is equal to C, and then draw DE perpendicular to BD or BC. Then draw DE perpendicular to BC or extended BC at D. DE perpendicular to BC at D. It means or on extended BC. Okay, now then join CE and AE. Then join CE and AE. Then join CE and AE. CE and AE. Now ABDE is a quadrilateral. Okay, dear students, construction is done. Now we need to prove. We can go to the portion of proof now. Proof. Dear students, in the first step, we will compare these two triangles ABC and ECD. Compare these two triangles. Here is also perpendicular. DE is also perpendicular. Okay. Now we can write here step 1. Step 1. In triangle ABC and triangle ECD. Between these two triangles, we know AB is equal to CD. We know AB is equal to CD. What is the reason? Here justification will be construction, according to construction. And we know BC is equal to DE. This is also according to construction. BC is equal to DE. This is also according to construction. And included angle ABC is equal to included angle EDC or CDE. We can take anyone. If we write EDC or CDE, both the angle will mean the same angle. So we can write here CDE or EDC, anyone. We can write here and included angle ABC is equal to included angle. Here included angle means angle included by the two sides, by the two equal sides. Here these two sides are equal and angle included by these two sides is this one, and these two sides are equal, angle included by these two sides is this one. So we can say according to the congruency of triangle, that is side angle side theorem of congruency of triangle, we can say these two triangles are congruent. It means triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECD. These two triangles are congruent now, this one and this one. As these two triangles are congruent, so we can say AC is equal to CE. AC is equal to CE. So we can say AC is equal to CE is equal to B, is equal to B. So we can write here B. Okay, dear students, and we can say angle BAC is equal to angle ECD, and angle BAC is equal to angle ECD. These two angles are equal. Okay, dear students, now I will go to the next step. Step 1 I have done. In step 1 I have proved that AC and CE are equal and angle BAC is equal to angle ECD. Now we will go to step 2. What is step 2? Step 2, in step 2 we will prove that this triangle is a right angle triangle. This triangle is a right angled triangle. It means angle ACE is a right angle. We need to prove. How can we prove? At first we can write here in triangle ABC we get angle BAC plus angle ACB. Angle BAC plus angle ACB is equal to one right angle. One right angle. As these two angles are complementary. Dear students, as ABC is a right angle triangle and angle B is right angle, so other two angles are complementary. It means that angle BAC means this angle and angle ACB means this angle. Sum of these two angles will be one right angle, as the angles of a right angle triangle except the right angle are complementary to each other. So this sum of these two angles will be one right angle. Now we can replace angle BAC by angle ECD, as these two angles are equal. So we can write ECD plus ACB. It means sum of this angle and this angle is equal to one right angle. One right angle. Okay, dear students, now look at the figure here. Sum of these two angles is one right angle, but if we add this angle with this sum of these two angles, then the sum will be two right angles, as BCD is a straight line. It means this will be sum of two right angles. From this we can say only ACE will be one right angle. From the figure we can say the rest of the angle ACE must be equal to one right angle. Therefore angle ACE is equal to one right angle. As sum of these three angles is two right angles and sum of these two angles is one right angle, so only angle ACE will be one right angle. What does it mean? It means that triangle ACE is also a right angle triangle whose angle ACE is right angle, one right angle. So we can say triangle ACE is a right angle triangle. Okay, dear students, now I will go to step 3. Right angled triangle. Now we will go to step 3. In step 3 I will prove ABDE is a trapezium. I will prove ABDE is a trapezium. Okay, dear students, how can we prove that? Now see, consider here AB perpendicular to BD and DE also perpendicular to BD. AB perpendicular to BD and ED perpendicular to BD. Since we can write since AB perpendicular to BD and DE perpendicular to BD, perpendicular to BD according to our construction. As these two angles are 90-degree right angle, as AB and DE are perpendicular to BD, so these two angles are equal. So we can say AB and DE are parallel. Therefore AB parallel to DE. Dear students, if you notice the figure, ABDE is a quadrilateral whose two opposite sides are parallel. If two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then the quadrilateral is known as trapezium. So we can say the quadrilateral ABDE is a trapezium. Therefore ABDE is a trapezium. Okay, dear students, now we have proved ABDE as a trapezium. Dear students, but we need to prove, what we need to prove? AC square equal to AB square plus BC square, or B square equal to C square plus A square. To prove this, we need to determine the area of the trapezium, and we need to determine the total area by determining the area of three triangles, three right angled triangles. So now we can write here, now the area of the trapezium, area of the trapezium A, B, D, E is equal to the sum of the area of the triangle ABC, triangle ECD and triangle ACE. It means we can write the area of triangular region A, B, C, and then plus triangular region another one is ECD. First one is ABC, second one is ECD plus triangular region ACE, triangular region ACE. It means that the total area of the trapezium will be equal to the sum of the area of these three triangles, this triangle ABC, triangle ECD and triangle ACE. Now we can write here, or the area of the trapezium. Dear students, you know the formula of determining the area of trapezium, that is the sum of the length of the sum of the two parallel sides, half into length of the sum of the two parallel sides. It means AB plus DE, AB plus DE into the distance between the two parallel sides, perpendicular distance between two parallel sides, that is BD, equal to, now area of triangular region ABC. Triangular region ABC means here, as this is right angle, so if A is the base, C will be the height. So we know the area of the triangle, formula of area of triangle, half into base into height. Here base is A, height is C. So A into C plus, or we can write here, except A into C, we can write here BC into AC plus half. Next one, triangle ECD. Here area will be, if we consider CD is the base, this will be half into CD into DE, half into CD into DE plus next triangular region, that is ACE, that is half into here AC into CE, AC into CE. Now we can put the value of this line. We can write here AB means, here AB means, we can write here AB means C, DE means A. Then here BD means BC plus CD, it means A plus C, and then half, we can write here BC means A and AB means C, so this will be a C plus half, CD means C and DE means A, so this will be also AC plus half Here AC means B and CA means B. B into B. So we can multiply both sides by 2. So this half will be removed. We can write here C plus A and A plus C means here A plus C means product of these two is A plus C whole square. It means A square plus 2AC plus C square is equal to. Now if we multiply by 2, here will be AC, here will be AC. AC plus AC plus here will be product of B and B is B square. Now we can calculate here A square plus C square. A square plus 2AC plus C square is equal to 2AC is equal to 2AC plus B square. AC plus AC is 2AC. Now we can prove that here. If you look here, I will do the calculation here. Now A square plus C square, 2AC and 2AC we can remove from both sides. 2AC is positive in both sides, so we can remove this 2. We can write here, or A square plus C square is equal to B square. That is equal to B square equal to C square plus A square. And this we need to prove here. Look at here. What we need to prove? B square is equal to C square plus A square. So proof is done. Okay, dear students, I hope you have understood the solution of theorem of Pythagoras. Depending on this proof of the theorem of Pythagoras, you can solve the creative question 22 from exercise 9. And this is your homework. Homework 27. You will do this homework properly. If you face any problem, then contact with me. Here is my phone number also given. Okay, dear students, so keep practicing at home, abide by your parents, stay home, stay safe, see you again. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.